Lockdown happened pretty quickly overnight, and coming out of it's now going to be, for businesses reopen, it's going to be much more of a phased approach. Social distances is going to be in place. There are health and safety considerations for you, your staff and your customers that you need to look after. And when lockdown happened, one thing I noticed very quickly was the traffic on social media went through the roof. A lot of it was businesses turning to social media as a tool to generate revenue or awareness or do some marketing whilst they were closed. As well as social media, a lot of people turned to e-commerce. These two things were not tools to get you through lockdown. They are fundamental parts of your business now, so please continue to do them. The second thing I would say is I think for a lot of businesses, operating with a scaled back product or services has probably shown a lot of businesses what the critical products or services that they offer are. So the opportunity is now there, I think, to rebuild from your base products, your most important, most valuable, highest earning products, and build on top of that. You've never had an opportunity before, and you're unlikely to get one again to do this total business reset. Go back to basics and maintain your margin as much as possible. As well as operating with a scaled back product or service, what you're going to be looking at is you've been operating with a scaled back staff cost, if you've been operating at all. I'm not necessarily advocating redundancies. Certainly you might want to look at, rather than making people redundant, perhaps making roles redundant. Maybe you don't need as many warehouse staff anymore. You need more delivery drivers, so you can retrain staff in that, because that is what's going to make the business more efficient. If prices need to go up, prices need to go up. You can guarantee your taxes are going to go up over the next few years. You can guarantee your rates bill is going to go up, and national minimum wage is going to go up again next year as well, and for the next 3 years after that as well. You need to protect your profitability and you need to protect your margin. So if prices have to go up, they have to go up. And sometimes it's exactly what a business needs to push it from loss making to break even, or from break even onto profitable. Another thing I would say to anyone that's reopening, has already reopened or is scheduled to reopen at some stage, is shout it from the rooftops. Let your customers and your suppliers know that you're open again. Don't take it for granted that they'll assume that you are, or that they'll hear it for someone else, especially if you're in that business to business sector. If you sell paper into offices, ring them up and say, we're back up and running again, we're here if you need anything, are you out of anything at the minute? What that should do is basically springboard those sales in the first few weeks of reopening and make things a little bit more comfortable going into the next few months as well. Your staff, certainly my firm belief that your staff are the most important asset in your business, more important than your customers and more important than you. Talk to them, over communicate with them, tell them every single little thing that's going on, what you're expecting when you reopen, and as well as just talk to them, listen to them. If they have concerns about coming back, talk to them and work something out. I mean, if you treat your staff well, they'll buy into your vision of your business. They'll go that extra mile for you every single time. So if you have that relationship with your staff, please maintain it, because you are going to need them as we go into the next few weeks and months of uncertainty and businesses reopening blind to an extent and not knowing what to expect from that reopening. So look after them, talk to them and listen to them, and try to come to some firm middle ground where it's needed. The thing I always say to people is that if making a cost saving equals X, redeploying the funds saved can sometimes equal 2x, 5x, 20x. It's not always just about cutting costs. It can just be about freeing up cash to do stuff that makes more sense and makes more money in the long run.